Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation about artificial intelligence for social good in responsible global citizenship education. My name is Meng Leong. Today I'm going to share about a user-friendly, no-code, low-code approach. So the question is, why do we need to use AI, artificial intelligence, to analyze real-world datasets? Well, one of the reasons is variables of real-world data might not correlate linearly to one another, so the use of statistical linear regression might not be suitable because it's very challenging. The solution is we can use AI to machine learn the relationships between variables. As you can see from the chart on the left-hand side, if we plot out the data points of real-world data, many times they are not straight lines. They may be curvy linear lines. So we can use AI to find the relationships between these curves as shown on the right. So in responsible global citizenship education, using AI for social good is a crucial part. Although the world has become more connected than ever, inequality and poverty continue to hamper sustainable development. To surmount these challenges, UNESCO promotes Global Citizenship Education (GCED), which seeks to instill values, attitudes, and behaviors in people to consider the importance of responsible global citizenship, such as in creativity, innovation, and dedication to peace, human rights, and sustainable development. It allows students of all ages to understand that these questions are global, not local, so that they can actively promote peaceful, tolerant, inclusive, safe, and sustainable societies. So, using a no-code or low-code AI for social good in responsible global citizenship education, we can see that it's imperative to educate learners so that they become empowered as global citizens. AI is increasingly being used to contribute to social good. However, it remains challenging for educators or social science researchers who are not trained in computer science to write code and implement AI algorithms to analyze social science-related data. AI can be democratized with a user-friendly, probabilistic approach to augment human thought. Analysts who are not computer scientists may also be empowered by this inclusiveness to use AI for social good. In education, this human-centric probabilistic approach can be implemented by teachers as a cognitive scaffolding to encourage students to ask more questions to educe, that is, to draw out the thought processes involved in becoming responsible global citizens. This also contributes to the character and citizenship education (CCE) of the students. Singapore now has a Ministry of Sustainability and Environment. Prime Minister Lee noted that sustainability has become an increasingly important part of our national agenda. COVID-19 has also shown how important resilience of food security is, highlighting the importance of sustainability and climate adaptation. In the use of no-code, low-code AI-enhanced predictive modeling, we have an inclusive, democratized approach that can be used to create actionable predictive insights to contribute to social good. These exemplars will be used to illustrate how an inclusive, low-code, human-centric probabilistic reasoning approach can be employed in the predictive modeling of social issues. They are: number 1, global sustainable development; 2, ameliorating malnutrition; 3, advancing financial inclusion for poverty reduction; and 4, improving resilience of global food security. No-code, low-code tools can enable rapid development of predictive simulations while allowing complete customizations of variables and artificial intelligence algorithms. In effect, this user-friendly approach enables humans to focus on the all-important big picture, logical reasoning, and productive collaborative discussions with stakeholders across multiple domain verticals via what-if scenarios for optimizations and risk assessments, while the AI-enabled software augments human ingenuity by doing the heavy lifting of making everything work smoothly in the simulations. In the first example, we take a look at how global sustainable development can utilize an AI approach. Sustainable development is essential to humankind. Using a low-code inclusive approach, non-computer scientists can also use AI to analyze the environmental performance index data. This approach may also be used by teachers as a cognitive scaffold to encourage students to ask more questions that could inform sustainable development policymaking. The data from 180 countries in the EPI includes environmental health and ecosystem vitality performance indicators. Analysis using an inclusive and democratized no-code AI-enabled approach of the EPI data can reveal hidden tensions between the two fundamental dimensions of sustainability. They are 1. The environmental health that improves economic growth and increased affluence, and 2. The vitality of ecosystems which worsens due to industrialization and urbanization. In the second example, we take a look at how AI can be used for ameliorating global malnutrition. Malnutrition, according to the World Health Organization and the World Bank, is one of the world's most significant but least addressed sustainability issues. Malnutrition refers to the malfunction or imbalance of nutrition, which could be influenced not only by undernourishment but also by overnourishment. Nutrition is crucial to both health and economic development. Both undernutrition and obesity-related diseases contribute substantially to the burden of disease in these societies. This is known as the double burden of malnutrition. AI can be used to demonstrate how human-centered probabilistic reasoning can be used to analyze the dynamics of global malnutrition and optimize conditions to achieve the best-case scenario. Conditions can also simulate the worst-case scenario to inform stakeholders to prevent them from happening. Thus, it could improve the nutritional and health status of vulnerable populations. In the next example, we take a look at how AI can be used to improve financial inclusion for poverty reduction. Financial inclusion is, according to the World Bank, immensely important as it contributes to poverty reduction and prosperity growth. AI can play a crucial role in allowing financial service providers, FSPs, to improve financial inclusion. The problem that AI must resolve should be focused on the human customer rather than the product or on increasing revenue for the FSP. AI is uniquely able to help FSPs to rapidly decipher data patterns which humans might not be able to see. Access to financial inclusion can help households to prepare for unforeseen emergencies. Unfettered access to financial services such as credit and insurance can be used to grow small businesses. This may also lead to more spending in education and healthcare, thus enhancing the overall quality of life of those previously underserved by FSPs. Next, we take a look at how AI can be used to improve the resilience of global food security. Unabated pressures on food systems affect food security on a global scale. AI can be used to analyze data from the Global Food Security Index, GFSI. Computational simulations can be used to produce forecasts of good and bad conditions in food security using multivariate optimizations. The forecasts of these future scenarios are useful for informing policymakers and stakeholders across domain verticals so they can make decisions that are favorable to global food security. Finally, these free downloads contain the technical details of how the data sets from the World Bank as well as the Environmental Performance Index highlighted in this presentation can be downloaded. You can use your smartphone to scan the QR code at the top right hand corner of the screen and download this from my website. So I'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge the efforts of my collaborators. They are Dr. Chia from Singapore Management University, Dr. Chan and Dr. Kaur from Monash University, Australia, as well as Dr. Say from Nanyang Technological University. Thank you for helping me to prepare these free downloads. So thank you very much for watching this presentation. See you soon.